Hey, Laura.
Hey, Colin, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm do good.
I'm about to nosh on a granola bar, so
Nice.
I'm sorry about that. We're on camera this time instead of on car.
Yeah, better.
So I see that you went to the bachelorette party in question and you chopped your hair real short.
I did. I actually chopped it before the bachelorette party, but yeah, it was...
I was hoping to get a story of, like, I just woke up like this, like, got to turn, woke up like this, many things I shouldn't be saying. It looks nice. I'm a fan of, I've always been a fan of that hair length on you. I think it looks very good.
Thank you. Yeah, it was doing the thing where, like, it would wrap itself around my face when I was trying to sleep, and it felt like I had the alien on my head, so... That's not a problem anymore, and it feels really nice.
Back in the years when my hair was long, I don't think I ever grew it too much longer than what you have right now, and even that was very, like, open car windows and lying down flat are just big risks every time.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying driving with my windows open.
Right? It's such a huge difference.
Yeah.
How often do you get your hair closed in the window?
I'm sure I've done it in my lifetime, but not very often.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, just me.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Very painful.
I believe that. I have, however, tried to get, I can't remember if it was I think it was tried to get into my car, and for some reason didn't, like, my glass window was too clean and up or something, and so I, like, smashed my eyeball into my window like an idiot. That feels real stupid.
Not exactly what I was shooting for, but hey, good to know.
Car things.
I'll look out for that happening to me.
It's really awful. It makes you feel really stupid.
I bet. Hold on a sec. Sorry, my mouth is full. So, hold on. I just saw, before you closed the curtain behind you, you were beautifully silhouetted,
thanks.
by the way. You were completely black against the skyline. It looked very artistic when we got on this Skype call. But there was a building behind you. Where are you? Because I don't know where you are. Are you not at home right now? Where the hell are you?
I'm in Pennsylvania
for
work.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we have barely talked about this. I'm actually curious first. Before you stop being more interesting than me. I don't have anything to tell you.
You have a busy life right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't blame you for being busy and successful. That's problematic in a lot of ways. So, no, the bachelorette party. Because last we talked, you were freaking out about it, and then I edited that episode, so I heard you freak out about it like 5 times as I edited the episode. So I might be more stressed about it than you were at the time. No, probably not. How'd that go down?
It was great. I mean, I can't remember if we covered this on the last recording, which is funny because I was there when we recorded it, and also I listened to it. So I'll tell you something about my memory right now. But no, I was talking to one of my 21-year-old friends, or I think she's actually 18. Like, she's super young at work. And when I was talking about my bachelorette party, where we went to a cute town upstate New York and drank a decent amount on Friday, but then spent Saturday and Sunday morning wandering around a quaint town and eating brunch. That was what I wanted to do. She was like, "Oh, you didn't get super shitty?" And I was like, "No, because I'm too old for that." You can do that. That is an option. That is not how I want to do it. So this one was similar to that. We went to an all-inclusive, kind of all-in-one resort thing, and it ended up just being a super chill time. So it was really nice.
That is great. You're right about being asked that question by Pete. Because so I'm at the time of, I think right. I'm going to edit out that stumble. Hold on. I just had a pointless tangent in my mind that's not going to make it into the episode. I'm 24 right now. Nearly 25.
Quarter of a century. That's when I met Charles. All that shit's hitting the fan, man.
Am I going to meet my Charles?
Well, Charles was 25 when I met him.
Oh.
So.
Am I going to meet my Laura? Man, Rebecca, my girlfriend's not going to...
You already may have.
Oh, no. My girlfriend's not going to enjoy listening to this episode. No.
No pressure. Everyone does this.
No, the assumption by people 18 to 21 that everybody wants to just get lit all the time is kind of astounding. And it's been difficult for me because when everyone else my age turned 18, I turned 30. And I don't like to do things. I don't like to go out and I don't like to be around drinking, not just because I don't drink, but also because that's a lot of responsibility and chaos that I don't want sort of thrust upon me. So
that all makes sense to me.
It's a discomfort thing for me, and it's very difficult to find people in their early 20s, and I'm glad to be like moving into the mid 20s now because people are starting to get over that shit. Yeah. And like you and be like, no, I'm too old now. I'm like, everybody's too old. You just lie to yourself. That's how I feel about it. So
I mean, that's how I kind of feel about it too. But I don't know. Some people really enjoy it. I have never been the kind of person to like go crazy. Like, don't get me wrong. I've had my days where like I partied harder than I normally do, and like definitely regretted the next morning in some way, shapes, and forms. But like, I don't know. It's not like I feel like people on my craziest night, people did that every single weekend. Yeah, and like that seems wild to me.
Yeah, that's very difficult for me to comprehend because I've been very excited this past weekend just by the amount of Metroid Samus Returns I've gotten to play.
Yes,
and that's what I look forward to. And people say, "Hey, do you want to spend that energy instead being around people?" And I'm like, they aren't really going to offer me any information about SR388 and the development of the Metroid species. Which I've played the sequels, so I know how it ends. Like, I don't know. I get sidetracked in that sort of thing, but shit, I forgot where I was going with that. I had a point. I don't know. I'm curmudgeonly. That's it.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I want people to calm down.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm with you though.
No, that's it. I thought I had something bigger to say there, and I don't. I'm a grumpus. That's about the whole thing. Odo! Hey! Odo! Tell me more about this new job. I know you're going places, and now I know you're in Pennsylvania, which I did not know when you called me. What are you doing?
I didn't tell you about that. Whoops.
No, so you just said, "Hey, do you want to?" You said, "Hey, do you want to call tomorrow?" You said this yesterday, and I was like, "Yes, of course, sure." And that was all I knew.
Whoops. So this is actually not for the experience. This is because since my store is going to be opening with the new design and all sorts of new elements and everything, it makes sense for me to get some time in a new store design because the store that I'm currently working at is not new store. So it's like the older model where it has like the stainless steel and everything. Well, different layout, different elements.
Which is one of the last things you did when you were sort of running the show at our old store is you oversaw the move into the new design. Do they think that you've just been out of the game too long in the news?
Yeah, kind of. Okay. And to be fair, some of the elements are different and newer, and like our store was essentially like kind of a prototype, like what were we, the second store in the fleet to open that way. So you know, things have changed, things have totally developed. Today at Apple wasn't even a thing when we opened, so like it has definitely changed a lot. So I'm spending 3 days here, and then I'll probably spend a little bit of time, like a couple of days a week in Menlo in New Jersey that's nearby. Yeah, sorry if I also yawn. I worked a late night not late night, but closed last night, and then had to check into the hotel, and then I started playing Stardew Valley, which was a mistake.
Is that still going?
I didn't stop. Here's the thing. Here's why I actually think it's going to have more staying power. I was thinking about this today. Okay. I took a 15 and I was kind of wandering around. And Lehigh Valley is this really cool like outdoor lifestyle center. So it's like an outdoor air mall. And I was walking around and I saw some like weird shit growing out of the ground out of the corner of my eye, and it looked a little bit like the squiggly 3 lines where you go over and when you hit it with a hoe, like things come out of the ground, like surprise books or clay or resources. And my first instinct, without actually like registering that that's what it looked like to me, I was like, I should go dig that up.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh no, I'm in pretty deep.
It's
yeah.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah.
As long as you just stop short of actually like walking up and people are like, ma'am, you're like, I need to get in here.
I just think there might be clay. Yeah, so I played until, like, to be fair, I didn't get to the hotel and like get checked in and everything until like 11, so I only played for like an hour. But that means that I didn't fall asleep until after midnight. And then I set my alarm like a dingus. I set my alarm for 5 a.m. to exercise. And then I was like, no, I'm going to wait and I'm going to wake up at 6 instead and I'm not going to exercise. And then I lay there with my eyes wide open. I was like, well, guess I'm exercising. So been a long couple days.
Yeah. No, that sounds like it. I had a similar difficulty waking up. Usually my alarm goes off at 7, which means I stop snoozing at like 7:55 so I can leave at 8. Today, though,
you and I are so different.
Yeah, it's just so hard. But
I get it.
I also haven't had like a regular schedule for very long. It's still fairly new. I'll probably bump it earlier, but I've been having some back problems lately. Because, again, when I turned 18, I turned 30. And it's been several years since then. So I'm like 50 now. And my back is 80. And just...
Colin age.
Yeah, it's like that episode of Star Trek where Captain Picard sticks his hand in the fruit bowl and his hand ages like 30 years.
Yep.
And it's like my body does that, apparently. Because
cool.
My back is Picard's long, gross fingernails right now.
Bleh.
Yep. It gets really tight. I have like a pretty new mattress, and I think it already has a dip in it, which, I mean, I sit on my mattress a lot, but it's not that old. It seems disappointing.
Do you sit on the edge of your mattress or the middle of your mattress?
Wherever I plop. Like, it could be either. So my bedroom is frustrating because the only way to have a queen size bed as I do set in that room is to have it in the corner. I would prefer to have it in the middle, like grown-ups do when 2 people share a bed. You have a nightstand on each side, you have a little walkway, some place for little kitty cats to scurry under the bed, and you can chase them under the bed like a crazy person. But, I mean,
sure.
For me, it doesn't work that way. It's just because of the way, like, the room is laid out and the way the window is set and the radiator is right under the window, and it's just, like, it's obnoxious. I've thought about it, but it has to be in the corner. So if I'm going to sit down and play my games, because my 55-inch TV is literally at the foot of my bed, if I'm going to play my games, I might just plop on the edge of the bed and eventually will slowly hermit crab through my blankets to the middle of it. But it's still dipping. And I don't know if that's fucking up my back or my new job is, because now I do a sitting every day instead of a standing and a walking. And I woke up at 7 today, and I didn't snooze because I spent about an hour just stretching out my back, so I could survive.
Healthy.
Yeah, but it's like the 3rd time I've done that, where I woke up right at 7 to just stretch it out, and I don't.
Yeah, it's probably a combination of things. I mean, beds are not designed to be sat on, and so I think
I have a tremendous number of pillows that I can use to provide a significant amout of support. I'm not just sitting in the middle of the bed.
Right.
I do slouch a decent amount, but this talking about, are you cracking your back right now?
Oh yeah.
Did we get your mind on the back health?
Well, I've been driving a lot, and then like, I've been a little bit stressed and tensed, and now like I'm not at home, so I'm not super comfortable right now. Like, I mean, it's fine. Ooh, let me get some lower back support in here.
Yeah, you look super fine.
It's better.
Everything's fine.
Everything's great.
Yeah, I don't know. I need to. Rebecca wants me to go see a chiropractor, and I think that's probably a good idea. Have you had these kinds of problems? You've generally been in better shape than I have over the course of our friendship, so I don't know if you've dealt with this.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have back problems. I was doing some exercise a very long time ago at this point, and I like pulled one of my discs a little bit out of place, and it has never been bad enough. Like, it's not a herniated disc. It's not like anything's crazy. It's just that, like, every once in a while when Charles, like, there's no way to describe this that isn't going to sound weird.
I'm expecting
but, like,
it.
I'll
I'm braced.
I'll like go to say good morning to him or something when I get up on like a day that we're not working. Like I'll get up and like start my laundry, do some meal prep, like do whatever meal planning, make the coffee, and then like 2 hours later I go up to say good morning to him. And like he'll kind of like hug me while he's still in bed and I'm there. And so he can like feel my spine. Mm-hmm. And every once in a while he'll be like doing that and he's like, hold on. And he like turns me around. He like does all these things. He's like, your spine is out of whack. And I'm like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
So I should go see somebody also. However, I will say, being the wife of a doctor, I have to say this out loud. There's research that chiropractors are not the way to go. What you want to do is go to a doctor of orthopedics because they will give you like. I could continue. So they're trained in like skeletal muscular. So physicians, they're trained just like family practice physicians, but they also have more of a focus on like how your body goes together and like joints and muscles and all that stuff. So they give you actual like stretches and exercises as well as trying to do a little bit of like not manipulation like chiropractors. Like it's not the same thing. So Charles is like huge on being like chiropractors are bad. Go to a DO.
Okay, thank you, because I have had that like culturally cultural osmosis has given me the idea of that chiropractors are quacks, and I'm like, I don't have any information objectively based on research to say that. So thank you for this gift.
You're welcome. I can't tell you the research because I haven't done it, but Charles feels very strongly about it.
Okay, that's fair. No, that's good for me to look into as I pursue what is likely going to be back pain I'm going to have for the rest of my life. So that's a good start.
I think that we all just like accept it because I'm the same way. I'm just like, well, I guess this is my life now. Like, I have a totally preventable problem. Like someone is totally capable of fixing me. Like I'm not broken. I just haven't gotten around to finding a DO to go to, which is super dumb.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly the boat that is I'm generally like, hey, Rebecca, here's a tight spot of muscles on my back. Can you just like push it and loosen it? Like it works. And then, hey, I'll do stretches. I have a pull-up bar, so like I'll just kind of like hang from that and simulate inversion table stuff and just like stretch my back out. I don't know. I have all these little Band-Aids, and you're right. If I was just like, let me find a doctor who has spent like 12 years, hundreds of thousands of dollars learning how to fix me. I have health insurance. I should do it. Yeah. But
here's how we're going to maintain and make ourselves better as friendships, adult friendships.
Okay.
In 1 month, because shit is crazy for me right now. In 1 month, we will both spend an hour looking up and booking appointments for a DO.
Deal.
I'm putting on the calendar.
Deal.
Okay.
All right. Send me an invite to that event.
I'm setting a reminder. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I moved all my apps around and I forgot where my calendar was.
Oh yeah, didn't you just have to
putting that on just like a random day?
Didn't you just have to get your phone fixed?
What? Oh, I did. They didn't have to replace it though. It was just the screen, which was really good. Oh, this was a fun story though.
Okay.
I told you this over text message, but at like, I don't know, 7:00 in the morning, I was trying to make myself breakfast, and I try very hard to organize my pantry in a way that makes sense, but some of it just doesn't make sense. So I have, I have my like mean? Breads. Well, let me try to explain it. Okay. I have like a double-sided pantry where I have all of my like beans, like all of my canned stuff. So I've got like my beans, I have my coconut milk, I have my tomatoes, tomato sauces, all of that stuff is on one side. And then as you go up, it turns into like rice and boxes of shit and then things that I can't reach. And then on the other side, it is my English muffins, because I eat those like every day, my flour and my sugar for baking, and then like whatever bread or buns I have, and then like, you know, like, again, like whatever goes up top that I can't reach. But for whatever reason, I also have a bottle of unopened fish sauce in there, just like, you know, sitting in front of the sugar. Because where else am I going to put the fish sauce? I don't know.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say unopened?
I did. I have an open bottle of fish sauce in my fridge. I have an unopened bottle of fish sauce in my cabinet.
Good, because I thought you said open for a second.
Oh, like, no, that would be way worse.
Do you keep an open bottle of fish sauce in your pantry?
No, that'd be pretty gross. But I was like rummaging around for, I don't even know why. I think I was moving the buns from one shelf to the other because I thought they should be on the top shelf. And the bottle of fish sauce came flying out of my cabinet. And fell. It hit the countertop and then dropped onto the floor, and I got so afraid because it was like 7:00 in the morning. I didn't have time to like clean up a whole bottle of fish sauce if it broke, and also it's like sticky and it smells very pungent, and so I was gonna be really upset. And I was like, oh my god, it didn't break. This is the best thing. And I went to go text my friend Michelle because I convinced her to make a recipe with fish sauce, and then she shattered the bottle of fish sauce all over her kitchen, and now I feel horribly guilty. And so I was like, Michelle, I almost did the same thing. And I looked at my phone, and it had fallen directly on my front-facing camera. Just like smashed the shit out of like 1/4 inch of my phone. So I had to get my screen replaced.
That sucks.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Okay, I have to make this calendar right now. I'll be one moment, please.
I haven't cracked my phone screen, but I do, like, I go caseless, and I was spinning it around on the table, and one day I didn't realize I was spinning it around on the table face down, so now I have a ton of circular scratches on my screen. And I have Apple Care, but I know that they won't fix it for scratches. So I don't know. Sorry. I don't want the scratches, but I also don't want to pay $30 for a new screen. And I also really don't want to go back into the store just yet. So I'm like, I'm just
do express replacement. Just shatter the screen a little bit more and then express replacement it.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a not fraudulent use of time. Hey, I got your invitation on my watch, except maybe decline. I like that maybe and decline are next to each other like it's a sentence. And
yeah,
sorry,
except maybe decline.
Maybe decline. Yeah. Or except maybe. Decline. There's so many. That
feels more like me.
Yeah. There are many stories we can tell. Okay, speaking of pantry stuff, what have you been cooking lately? Because I've been cooking the same stuff over and over for a little while. It's really good, but I think I need something new. What have you been cooking?
I haven't been home in 3 weeks.
Damn it!
No, that's not entirely right. Actually, I have a really good chicken recipe that's for boneless chicken thighs on the grill, where you marinate it, and I can send you like the actual recipe. But you marinate it in, it's like soy sauce, a little brown sugar, I think ginger, and a little bit of sriracha sauce. And while that's marinating, you toss cashews in sriracha sauce and bake them just until they dry out.
Oh.
Which is really good. And then the best part is that you make a basting. I'm fucking up the marinade and the basting sauce, but whatever. You marinate it. That was the basting sauce I told you about. You marinate it in like hoisin sauce, soy sauce, all that stuff, and like a bunch of other things. And then you grill it. And so you grill like 8 minutes per side, and then you do another 8 minutes, but you're brushing the glaze on each time you turn it, and you turn it like once every minute or so until it gets like that really nice grilled yumness over it. And then you throw, it's super important, you got to throw fresh scallions and those sriracha cashews on top, and it is delicious.
That sounds amazing.
I'll send you the recipe.
Yeah, no, please do. Especially because our apartment complex has some grills outside. And okay, so a couple times we had some friends over. We bought some charcoal, threw it in the grill, cooked some food. It's great. That's what cookout is, and I did it. Then the other day, or like a little less than a week ago, that distinction didn't matter. Rebecca bought a bunch of charcoal, and she's like, I didn't want to get the charcoal that has the accelerant on it because I don't like when my food tastes like lighter fluid. And
fair.
And I was just like, I mean, fucking way to be snooty about it, but whatever. So
I'm with you, Rebecca.
So well, all you have to do is you just have to wait till the accelerant burns off, and then you're fine. But anyway, beside the point. She got all the charcoal and put it on the grill, and she made deviled eggs. We're gonna make hot dogs and beans on the grill, and we like brought all this shit outside. We brought the cat outside, and he was actually cooperating and hanging out by the bench, and I wasn't chasing him through the bushes a little bit. And we got it going, and we could not light the charcoal. We could not do it. I drove to get lighter fluid, and like we almost burnt our eyebrows off several times, where she's like leaning over the thing and like like light it. Like I just sprayed like probably a cup of lighter fluid, and she's like leaning over it with the lighter, like, I wonder what's gonna.
Oh my God.
And like she's very long hair, so like that's going on, and she's like, "Why are you yelling at me?" And I'm like, "Do you have?" I don't feel like I have to explain this one. This should be a self-evident mistake that you're making. And,
oh man.
And she's just like, I don't know, this was so easy back when I had my, what was it, like my chimney or whatever, the whatever, that, like these cylindrical things that you put the charcoal in to heat up under them and then light them. And she's like, it's so easy without it. I wonder why I can't do it. And after like probably about a half hour of just like ripping up cardboard boxes and throwing it in lighter fluid and trying to light these coals, we Googled it and every result said you need a chimney. And she was just like, oh, well, shit. So we wasted about 45 minutes out there. She was paranoid the deviled eggs went bad, which they didn't. They were great. And I ate most of them, not all of them.
Nice.
And that bag of charcoal is still sitting outside unattended.
Well, that sucks. I have a gas grill.
So we'll try it.
Yeah, I have a gas grill, which is nice. But my dad swears by charcoal. He's like, gas grills are nonsense. You got to go charcoal or nothing. And what he has, instead of a chimney, he's got something that he plugs into an extension cord that goes outside. And it's just like a heating coil, essentially, that you stick under the coals.
Yep.
And then you plug it in, and then it just heats it up, and it lights the coals from the bottom. And then you just take it out, and then you're good, which is pretty sweet.
We could have saved a couple cardboard boxes and a trip to Stewart's with that information. Yeah. Fuck.
You didn't call me, so.
Yeah, Laura, you're busy. I try not to inconvenience you. Hey, Laura, what's up? I'm in Pennsylvania. Okay. Thanks for the update. No, but tomorrow I am off, and a lot of people are off. And I was thinking of seeing if I could figure out how that stupid chimney thing works and avoid another embarrassing 45 minutes of cooking failure.
You should definitely do that.
Because I have boneless chicken thighs in my freezer.
Oh, I'll send you the recipe.
Oh, please do, because if I could do that, that'd be pretty cool. I want to get more into doing that sort of thing, just because I feel like every once in a while I get like this injection of inspiration in my cooking, and then I just sort of ride that wave for a while until I start ordering food every day.
Do you like salmon? I don't remember. I feel like the answer is no.
Yes, the answer is no.
Okay.
Seafood is not something I am a patron of. Is the not dickish way that I've learned to say that, because people don't respond well when I'm like, ugh, I hate seafood. Apparently, that's a rude thing to say. I have learned.
I mean, I get it, because I was the same way for a long time.
Oh, what are you saying? I'm not mature enough now to eat salmon?
No, I love salmon, but I can now say like, oh, I still don't really like seafood. There's only certain things I'll eat.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I think the only other thing that's like really grabbed me lately is the meal kit gave me a teriyaki chicken recipe that I hadn't done before. That was pretty good.
Oh, it's salmon again. There's Soyve makes a really good teriyaki sauce that I would marinate salmon in and bake it, and it was like delicious. And I made it with chicken, and I didn't like it as much, but I think that if you like teriyaki chicken, that's also totally worth going for, and it would probably be really good on boneless, skinless thighs. Yeah, and it's super stupid easy because you just pour it into a plastic bag with the chicken, let it sit for 20 minutes, and then you cook it.
That's the other thing is, like, growing up, my mom cooked a lot, and I think she made, like, real good food, and she taught me to do a few things. But I for some reason grew up with this understanding and like went into adulthood with this understanding of like sauces and glazes and like spice mixes and blends, that they were just like this ineffable thing that master chefs did. And I didn't realize it's just like, oh, it's just put some shit in butter. And like, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm watching these shows where people are, like, talking about these crazy glazes. I'm like, it's butter.
Yeah.
It's just butter. Like, that's it. Every sauce I make, it, like, has a base of butter or sour cream, and it's the best fucking thing I've ever had every time. Yeah. It's so good.
And mayonnaise. I've been making a lot of, like, aiolis.
Yeah.
Which is, like, mayonnaise and shit.
That blew my mind recently. Yeah, because the aioli mix I got, it was, like, mayonnaise, sour cream, garlic.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's
now,
it.
I do believe that true aioli is its own thing, and like we're just calling mayonnaise mixed with shit aioli. I do think that there's a difference, but it's
hold on.
Minimal enough that like I don't care.
Mayoli.
There you go.
I'm excited about that. Our listeners are gonna just like be like turning down their car stereos at Aioli.
Yeah, they're like, why are they yelling about aioli at me? This is terrible.
Oh man. Oh, I'm using that from now on. Okay. Oh no, shit. What was it? The crema, because I told you about the crema that I make, and you said that your husband does not like sour cream.
I feel like if I didn't tell him, he would eat it.
Yeah, that's okay. Because here's the thing: is just like what are the little cup ramekins? Is that what the little cups are called? The little tiny bowls you mix stuff in?
Yeah, I mean, I call ramekin. Like your hand gesture looks smaller than I'm anticipating, but yes, yeah,
okay.
I call it ramekin.
Oh yeah, I forgot that the camera was looking at the sides of my fingers and not the top where you could see the circle. You just see fingers.
Right.
Context. So the you just put a little bit of sour cream in there, like fill it up halfway, squirt a bunch of lime juice in there. I've been using the bottled lime juice because it's less effort than buying and cutting up a fuck ton of limes.
Yeah, I understand that. I would encourage you, get one of those really easy squeezer juicers. It is totally worth it. It actually makes a difference.
Okay, I used to juice stuff a lot when I was growing up. What's an easy squeezer? What is an easy squeezer?
Oh, it's a thing. It's not called an easy squeezer. It's just what I just called it just now. You can.
I feel like such a boob.
I mean, maybe there's a thing called an easy squeezer, and maybe the thing I'm talking about is called an easy squeezer,
Laura,
and I just don't know.
What is easy squeezer?
TM. No, I mean, I just got mine like at ShopRite in like one of the, you know how they have that one aisle that's got all the baking stuff and also random cookware?
Yes.
So you'll see there's a little citrus juicer, and it, like the one that I have is green and yellow, so like it's like limes and lemons, and it's just like I think it's like a cast iron almost, or not cast iron. I think
is it one of those things where you like just you like
no,
rub
it's
the
way
fruit
easier
on it?
than that.
Okay,
it's like
it's
a
an
handle.
easy squeezer.
It's like a garlic press for juicing. Do you have a garlic press?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'm trying to think about this now. Do you have to take the rind off the lime?
No. So you squish. So the best thing when you're juicing is always to like push down, so you like start to break up and juice it before you cut it or anything, and then you cut it in half.
You do that with murder victims too. You try to bruise them up a little bit.
Right. Why did you go there? Okay.
I'm tired. I spent all morning stretching my back, and that's not an excuse. I'm tired too. You don't own tired. Continue.
I know. That's true. Anyway, so you like pretend like it's a garlic press without the actual like thing that drops down and smishes it through. You open it up, you put your half of a lime or a lemon in it, and then you just go schnoop. And it's got like, it dips, both sides dip in. So like you put the flat part into the bowl thing, and then you squish the other side that's kind of like a bowl thing, and it like inverts your, I should just send you a picture.
Yeah, I was about to request a picture, but so far we now need to spend money to register trademarks for Easy Squeezer and Snoop. So you're going to make a lot of money off of those. Okay, yeah, that's worth it. I obviously like fresh squeezed lime juice, but like I got just like a bottle of lime juice, and I didn't really notice a taste difference, and we keep it refrigerated, and it lasts a long time. But if this is going to get me more juice out of limes, maybe worth it. Anyway,
it does.
The crema is just like, it is super runny if you want it to be, and that's an excellent way to disguise sour cream, because it's going to be like a drizzle. It's like a zesty sour cream drizzle, because you take the little ramekin, not TM, because that word already existed, and you put the sour cream in it, a bunch of lime juice, snoop. You snoop the bottle and juice comes out. And I'll usually put like probably like 2 to 4 tablespoons of lime juice in there, like a lot. And then if it's still too thick, then you just put water in it, and it really doesn't dilute the flavor, which is bananas to me, because I've always been like so anti, hey, there's not enough of this, just put water in it. Yeah. I'm like, no, that's not what the thing is. But for some reason with this, it works very well. That's good to know. And it mixes very well with like any sort of flavored seasoning or sauces that you want to put in it. So it's really easy. Ooh?
Have you made the skirt steak with shallot butter yet?
I think, yeah. I think like when I first did Blue Apron, which is not what I do now. When I first did Blue Apron, I think that one of my friends points out how pretentious Blue Apron is with their ingredients.
I know, I love it so much.
Yeah,
that's why I like Blue Apron best.
They're even more pretentious than HelloFresh, which costs a decent amount more. But But yeah, that was when I first started messing with shallots, and I think that was one of the first things they had me do because I love onions, and shallots are sweeter onions.
They're like onions and garlic together. It's like the happiest combination.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's like in The Giver where he's like, "What is that thing on the apple, and what is that thing on the girl's hair? Oh, it's the color red." For me, it was just like, I've never heard of shallots, and then someone introduced me to the concept of a shallot, and apparently they're in stores. When I first got it, okay, listen.
Sorry.
Hey,
no,
listen to me.
I'm on this ride with you.
Okay, because stores have onions. Yes, they do.
Confirmed.
They didn't have shallots, and then Blue Apron was like, "Hey, Colin, this is what a shallot is," and then suddenly every store had shallots too. Now, either I am ignorant or the timing is incredible.
So you're definitely ignorant.
I didn't know. I don't know what I thought they were.
Here's the benefit that I'll give you.
Okay, go ahead.
In my grocery store right now, there is 2 places where you can get shallots. They have them in with the onions, so they have like all of the little separate barrels of onions, and there's one that just has shallots in it. And then they have a little section over in the corner that has like the bagged garlic, and they have bagged shallots over there too. The shallots that are in the bag are the ones that I normally get, and they're shallot sized in my opinion. They're like, smaller than an onion.
Yeah.
But the fucking shallots that are sitting in the middle of the onions are like humongous. And so you look at them and they're like the size of an onion, so they just look like onions.
Okay, yeah, but here's the thing. It's not like Blue Apron givered me the concept of shallots, and I was like, oh, that's what those are. I went to the store, and I'm like, I've never seen these before in my entire life.
Yeah.
As a kid, I would bathe in the vegetable mists of the frozen aisles on the side of the produce section, and yet my brain never registered the slender, sweet shape of a shallot. I don't know. They're delicious. Shallot butter is fucking great. And again, a shallot butter, guess what it is? You put some fucking shallots in some fucking butter, and it's just way better than shallots or butter.
Yeah. Although if you add a little fresh thyme and then salt and pepper, that's really what takes it over the edge.
Thyme is something I haven't used. Okay, that's actually something I haven't gotten a lot into yet, is like fresh spices and herbs.
Okay.
Okay. I get it a little bit, but like I don't think I know, and I've made them both. I don't think I know the difference between like thyme and rosemary. I couldn't tell you which one is which.
They're very different, but I understand.
Okay.
So rosemary is, when you're looking at it, it looks like it's a tiny pine tree. So it's got the long needles. That's rosemary.
Is thyme like the same idea, but like stubbier little leaves?
Thyme is actually very delicate, so it's got like little tiny kind of roundish leaves. So I would not say they look similar.
So they're oblong, but they are short and rounded. Or are they like circles? Like what shape are the leaves? Like oval?
The leaves are very, very small circles.
Okay. I guess I don't know what thyme is either.
I think it also depends on I think it depends on the type of thyme that you're looking at. Like, it's...
I'm going to go to the store tomorrow, find time, and text you, what the fuck is this?
Which is it? And rosemary and thyme are used together a lot. All right, yeah, so they're not really... circles isn't really right, but they're definitely not oblong. They don't look like rosemary.
Okay. What's the flavor difference? Because here's another thing, is as a kid, I was always like, I would have to, at my mother's behest, weed our friend's herb garden for some reason. No one got paid for it. We just did it.
Sure.
But I remember
that's
just
probably what I'm going to have my children do, so we get it.
But it wasn't ours. We didn't even get the herbs.
No,
so
I get it.
I just remember hating the smell. And one of these things is the smell that I hated. And I don't know if it's mint or thyme or rosemary or what. But
rosemary is much stronger.
Okay.
So I think if you're like, oh, I have a distinct smell, I think it's probably rosemary.
Okay. I do smell like rosemary.
You smell like rosemary?
You said if I have a distinct smell, it's...
Right. So you hate the way you smell. That's what you're telling me.
This joke didn't really get the mileage I wanted, so we can ignore it.
All right, perfect. Rosemary is much more aggressive than thyme because... No, this is super important. I'm telling you real things, Colin.
I'm listening.
First of all, it's like much hardier. So when you're like chopping rosemary, it's like hard to cut with a knife almost. Like, you have to, like, really work and use a lot of pressure to, like, actually cut the spines and the needles of the rosemary. And then it like, is pretty piney. Like, it definitely has that kind of, like, pininess. Not like an actual pine tree, but it has that
weird, like sharp, fresh smell.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Thyme, I think I'm going to do a really, really bad job of describing. But it's like
rosemary was bang up, so let's see what thyme does.
I don't know if I can describe what thyme tastes like.
You sound so high right now.
Oh man. Brutal.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna do this. I'm gonna look at the internet and say what it says, and I'll just kind of like.
I mean, I could always take it upon myself to do the research, but I don't know. I'm
here now, though.
Yeah, that's true. Because I don't know what I'm going to do for dinner tonight. I think I have a free Chipotle reward, actually. Ooh. And I found a steak bowl configuration that is, like, really dense and, like, 480 calories and mostly protein.
That sounds good.
So that's been pretty rewarding.
Awesome. That sounds really good. I am going to order takeout, or not takeout, room service and sit. And I am really, really excited about that. I'm having an issue here. Here we go. So the other thing about thyme is that, in my opinion, and I was just reading about how, like, thyme holds its flavor dried better than a lot of spices. I think that dried thyme and fresh thyme tastes totally different. Like, I do not substitute dried thyme if a recipe calls for fresh.
Wait. Okay.
So, what? The funny thing is, the first thing that comes up is rosemary versus thyme spiceography showdown. Spiceography. Which starts with, it's a very powerful herb, pungent and slightly bitter. Rosemary can be overpowering in some dishes if it's paired with the wrong flavors or if used in excessive amount. Thyme has a lovely and gentle flavor that blends beautifully with just about anything. Its taste is a bit earthy with lemony and minty tones.
Okay, that makes sense, because I've made, like, rosemary sauce for chicken, and that's usually with, like, root veggies and chicken stock, so, like, pretty, like hearty, hearty flavors. And the thyme has always been with, like, you know, lemon butter, which again, until I was an adult, I didn't realize lemon butter just meant lemons and butter
with lemons.
That's fucking it.
That's why when I tell people, like, oh, I'm having this thing with this, like, you know, sriracha aioli or something, they're like, wow. And I'm like, it's just mayonnaise and sriracha sauce, and you stir them with a fork. Like, it is not fancy. And they're like, Laura, like, you don't understand. It is really fancy. I'm like, it's not, though.
Well, here's the thing, and I come from this generation. I've recently, thanks to you, grown out of this section of the population where adequate cooking is food plus mayonnaise. And that's the whole equation. So food plus mayonnaise plus anything else is fancier. Right. When you start putting names like fucking aioli on there,
I know.
Nobody knows what to do with that information except think that you are a god.
Well, I'll take it.
And I know that because every time I make a sauce that, like, the meal kits say is like fresh rosemary herb butter, and I'm just like, oh fuck yeah, let me stir, and it's just literally a whole fucking stick of butter. And I'm like, I'm so fancy, as I would not put this much butter in anything else. I don't put much butter in my pasta or my mac and cheese, but I will, like, drizzle it over broccoli and say it's a healthy dish because it sounds fancy. I'm lying to myself.
As long as it tastes good in your cooking, I think you're probably doing better than most.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I try. I gotta get more into the grilling thing now that I have the chimney and I'm not gonna fail at lighting the coals. But I want to get more into that just because I've been enjoying burgers. You just grilled recently for the first time ever.
Well, no, I haven't grilled for the first time ever. I've actually been grilling a lot. I grilled hamburgers for the first time ever because I normally cook them in a cast iron pan in the oven.
What? Oh yeah, don't you bake your steak too? I feel like we've had that conversation.
I actually don't make steak very often. I will occasionally finish it in the oven, but I have a really good cast iron, and it's hard not to just fucking make it in a cast iron.
That's fair.
But also, my grill outside does not set my smoke detectors off, so that is a benefit.
That's a big win.
Yeah. But I made hamburgers for the first time.
What the fuck were you grilling this whole time if it wasn't hamburger?
A lot of chicken, a lot of salmon.
All right. Yeah, that's better than making salmon
zucchini.
Inside.
Yeah, I freaking love salmon, and I love salmon on the grill.
No, that's fair. I just remember with my old roommate, he had to warn me if he was going to cook fish indoors. Because it's such a disruptive food. So making it on the grill, I'm sure, one, tastes better, and two, doesn't cause you to revisit that meal every time you walk through that part of the house for the next week.
True.
So I'm sure that's no, but you like salmon, so you would enjoy it.
No, I like salmon. Also, I don't feel like the salmon that I cook lingers for that long, but I know it. Yeah. Anyway.
Neither do the people who microwave their salmon in the workplace, but they're monsters.
So yeah, I made hamburgers on the grill for the first time, and I stuffed them with cheddar cheese, and then I put cheddar cheese on top.
That's so good. It's so good. I love doing that.
It was good. It felt heavy.
Yes.
Which I guess is not that surprising.
No.
But I normally when I cook, I like, not even intentionally, but the recipes that I trend towards are usually lighter than that. So it felt like very like decadent.
Yeah, you just basically said, I ordered a stuffed cheese crust pizza, and like, man, it wasn't as lean as I expected.
I'm not saying it was heavier than I expected to be. It was just heavier than I normally eat. And also I ate 2 of them when I was sitting down.
Man, I want to do that now. Thing is, we bought beef that is already pre-made into patties right now. So do I want to open up those patties and put cheese inside of them like a beef, like backwards ravioli? That's not backwards.
It's just ravioli. It's just meat ravioli.
It's meat ravioli. Do I want to make meat ravioli, or do I put the cheese on top of one of the patties and then put another one of the patties on top of the patties and smush them into bigger patties? I feel like it'd be hard to cook that one through.
Here's what I would do. I would cook all of the patties with cheese on top.
Yep.
And then make a double stuff with the cheese in the middle. So flip
best.
One upside down.
It's the American's Oreo.
Yes. Isn't Oreo the American's Oreo, though?
Yeah. Okay, sorry. It's not the American's Oreo. It's the Merrican's Oreo. Is that very different?
Sure.
Very, very different.
Agreed. Now, I know that we haven't been talking for that long, but it is 6:30, and we've been talking about food for almost this entire time, and I am hungry.
I'm very hungry. Rebecca's not home from the store yet. Well, you're going to order room service. I got to...
Yes.
Oh, you sent me a picture of the... Oh, this is this is the easy squeeze.
It's the easy squeeze.
The easy squeeze. TM. Yeah, I gotta do my dude. I'm at 10 minutes of exercise on my Apple Watch today. I gotta go do stuff.
All my rings are done.
Yeah, because you woke up at 5 a.m. and didn't stretch your back for an hour.
True.
Because you are healthy and smart.
I don't know if I would say either of those things, but thanks.
Oh, all right.
Well, not to like part the curtain or anything, but we were talking about like having you teach me how to use Twitter. Mm-hmm. That was a really hard sentence for me to say. I feel like we should revisit that soon.
Yes.
Because I don't know how to use Twitter and I need your help.
No, I can teach you.
Oh, no. It doesn't. I'm not worried about what other people are going to see because I have not done anything on Twitter yet. Twitter. Oh, no. I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit. I'm so tired.
I can see you're starting to do the wobble that I've come to
fading.
recognize, as either hanger or sleep, which usually hits you around 4 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah, so 6:30, doing pretty good.
Yeah. You're getting younger every day, Laura. You shine like the sun.
Love it. Anyway.
Yeah. So wait, but hold on. I think I might not understand the amount of Twitter ignorance you have. I just need to clarify so I know what I'm in for. When you say you don't know how to use Twitter, do you know what a retweet is?
I understand the concept, and I believe I retweeted one of your things before.
All right,
it's like sharing somebody's post.
Yeah, that's okay. That's good.
Yeah, you're saying like, hey, this is a thing that someone said, and
Then wait, what's the question? What do I do? Is
that
with
it?
Twitter?
Is Twitter just retweeting?
There was one tweet a few years ago, and it just keeps going. That's the whole thing. That's the whole platform. No, it's like, no, you follow people and people follow you. And if you say something, they see what you say. That's pretty much the whole thing. There are some conventions like, definitely if somebody posts something politically that you disagree with, make a big stink about it, because I scrolled through Twitter today and that was all I looked at. No, but seriously, just getting used to like hashtags and adding people is probably it. So the phrase "don't at me,"
right,
stuff like that, all comes from Twitter.
I mean, no, I osmosis understand any of that, all of that. Oh no, I have to go now. My brain literally turned off.
Okay. It's okay. I think I did too. If you listen to me describing Twitter, I got less and less interested with every word.
You know what the best part of that was?
What?
I didn't hear any of it. I'm so sorry.
We gotta go.
I gotta go.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
All right, Laura. I hope that your brain finds you before you have to go to work tomorrow. Wait, do you work tomorrow?
I work tomorrow.
Nah, I do not. So feel free to send me your deluded musings.
Yes, I will. The nice thing is that I have a slightly shorter day because I'm driving home. So
okay.
But yeah, I'm sorry that I just stopped.
This is part of the friendship. The people need to. This is a real thing. If you're gonna stay friends with someone, you got to take care of yourself. And for you, that means sleeping 18 hours a day. Apparently, that's a joke. You wake up very early, and I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
All right, Laura, I'm going to stop dragging this on. Please go feel better and order room service. I'm going to decide what I'm going to do for food, and it's not going to be Mayoli because
what if you did mayo burgers? Wait, Merc and Oreos and you put shit. I'm so tired. I don't know what happened. I literally forgot how to be a person. There's an aioli that I make. What is it? It's just fucking make garlic aioli, whatever, and then put that shit on top of it. It'd be so good.
You are right. I will do that, and I will report back.
Beautiful.
Laura, go take care of yourself. I will talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
How You Doing is a Common Geeking Program production created by Laura Becker and Colin Ketchen with editing and original music by Colin. You can follow them and their friendship on Twitter. Colin is at SonicColinK and Laura is at HowsLaura. Support the show by sharing it with friends, rating and reviewing, or chipping in at patreon.com/geekingprogram and learn more at commongeekingprogram.com. Laura and Colin talk here the first Monday of every month. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon.
Common